Hello, everybody. This is Linda Humphries, third generation psychic. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the properties of selenite. All of you may ask, what is selenite? This is a beautiful heart made of selenite. This is a smaller heart made of selenite. These are wands made of selenite that I sell. This is, as you can see, a candle holder made of selenite that I sell. Now, selenite is mined in China, Madagascar, and Morocco. It helps with back pain, with bone disorders. It strengthens the muscles. It strengthens your bones. It helps with epilepsy. It helps with insomnia, muscle disorders, PMS, sleep problems, strengthens the spine. It stops tumor growth. It helps with ulcers. It helps with emotional chaos. It helps bring honesty out in people that are around you by having it sit out when they're sitting and talking to you. Because I've done that before. When people are coming to me that are being abused and they're wanting to have honest counseling from me, and I know they're lying about their situations they're in, I will have it sitting in between us on the table. And I find them picking it up and playing with it. Oh, this is really neat looking, Linda. Wow, this is fabulous. All of a sudden, out of them is coming how they are being abused, whether it be emotionally, physically, or spiritually. And in them telling me that, it reduces their stress, it reduces their tension, and I am able to build up their self-confidence and their self-worth. But in the process, I also know that this is helping build up their self-confidence and their self-worth because of the healing properties that it has to do with that. In the days of the Egyptians, they believed that they could talk to the gods by having selenite as part of their lives. They also believed that in the windows of the pyramids, they should place selenite. So as their honored people passed into the future, that would be their windows to look out of. Naturally, selenite, if you look at it, which I know you can't see very closely, is layered thinly. And as the sands of Egypt would go past it, it would be worn away and would not last. But it is also called by many people from Israel the Christ consciousness. It brings you to believe in your soul being connected to God. It is also communication between the higher self and your emotional self. So you get out of your emotional body when things aren't going right. When you are fed up with your coworkers, fed up with your mother-in-law, fed up with your father-in-law, fed up with your sister-in-law, or fed up with your husband. Or in a guy's case, fed up with his wife, griping. So it enhances and stimulates you to raise yourself above the thoughts that are in your head. Raise yourself above the emotions Yes, it's good to feel with your heart. That's how we heal each other, by giving openly with our hearts. But the selenite hearts that people play with enhances them with their psychic abilities and allows them to read what this third eye is sending out to them, to where when they're in a meeting with somebody and that person is talking down at them, they get the gut instinct that this is not the person their company should be doing business with. Nor is it a person that when they go, oh, have I got a deal for you, should they trust what that deal is really going to end up like. It is also one that I lay next to my bed. So when I dream, it enhances my dreams to tell me what is happening. I dreamt the other night that I would be $650 in debt when I woke up by something a doctor's nurse did not follow through for me. I woke up and my heart was beating. My Fitbit was going at 110 beats a minute. I looked over and my little guy here was just rainbow filled. And I don't have my curtains open in my room because it is a bedroom. Quite obviously, I don't want the neighbors to see what I sleep in. It's an Eeyore t-shirt. It's cute, but not appropriate. By that glowing so much, I knew the dream was a real psychic dream. I went to the post office. I get a bill from the insurance company I've got as an elder adult saying, you are not covered for your visit to a doctor that's a specialist. It will be $650. You were not pre-approved to go to this doctor. So my dream was spot on. Having that lay next to me let me know I needed to go to call that doctor's office and say, you need to backdate my pre-approval or I'm out $600 and some odd, which I got corrected immediately. Had I not had that dream, I wouldn't have thought a thing about it. I would have simply thought, oh, it's not covered. But the dream was detailed. It also increases your recall to past lives. And no, not everybody's had one. When I needed to go back and remember what I used to help people see when I worked as a high priestess with Queen Hatshepsut, I was able to locate what stones I used. And when I went to the doctors that I went to just now to have cataract surgery, they told me that there was no sign that I had macular degeneration because I have been sleeping on a bag of stones that are to protect the eye and rejuvenate the eye, just as the vitamins I take are. But had I not had my selenite and some of my other stones laying next to me that I will discuss in other lectures about past life, and not remembered what I used for other people in that lifetime with Queen Hatshepsut, I would not have been able to release the negative thought that I too would go blind as my uncle and my dad had. So God bless this selenite. And as I said, it shifts your consciousness. It does definitely release you from unwanted entities around you, as well as protects you in conversations with people that are trying to sell you on making contracts with their businesses that have nothing to offer you. So as I said, you decide what you want. I have a gentleman in China who blesses these on the wall in China, who I know right now at this time may not have access to that. But I do have a supply here that I can send you. Before I send anything out, I always wipe it down with hand sanitizer, even before we had a virus going around. And I always clean it and clear it. And I always wipe my hands down and clean and clear anything that I send out, because I do not believe in sending other people's energy to people. And when you get it, please set it in the sun to energize it. My stones sit in my living room with the sun shining through on them. Then at night, when the full moon hits, the full moon comes through on them. So they get the full moon energy also. All I know is that I want all of us to find the stones that work for us, to enhance our lives, to enhance our businesses, and to enhance our spiritual growth and our physical health. God bless and take care.